Yes, we are now live. So, hello everybody. I am Mad Frankie. That's my friend Violet. I got over there waving with the pencils. And I'm now going to explain what I've got here. So, what we're going to be doing today. I'll go to the solo because Violet refuses to let me leave her on the screen. Don't you, Violet? You're supposed to be able to speak, you know.
I'm supposed to speak. Okay, well, yes, because I like to see your entire desk. So go ahead and remove me. I'm going,
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
going, I'm going. There we
You've
go.
gone.
I'm
You've
gone.
gone.
Okay, now
Yeah.
I can see everything
We'll
in
now
the.
raise this up so that you can see properly.
Yeah.
There we go. Now, and then I've been doing a little bit of making stencils myself, and I've revived some old ones of mine, like my tomato slices. Tomato slices. It look more like a flock of rather nightmarish birds to me, those. And this was the first tomato slice one. It's a bit flibbity flobbity. You can see it's not connected. It ought to be connected in the middle, really. I'll have to redo that one and sort it out. The other thing I've got is this. I wanted to try printing on blotting paper because
Oh,
you know Froyle was printing on beautiful handmade from New Zealand flax paper, and she said it was super absorbent. And I thought the only thing I can think of that's that absorbent is blotting paper. I wonder how that would work. So I thought I'd give it a go, you know, just to see what that was like. And there's my two little
beetle bug.
weevil beetles, my weevil beetles. And with
Yeah.
that one, I didn't connect the antenna, and there's the antenna connected. So they're somewhere around. I don't know where. They
And
flew
down
away,
there
you
you
know.
have a stencil. Did you just cut that one?
Yeah,
That's the
that's
one you
those.
were talking
You know,
about.
we were talking about grids the other day,
Yep.
and you were wondering about a grid. Well, I knew I had one somewhere, so I found the grid, and then I distorted it in Photoshop while we were talking, and that's what it ended up as.
Yep. I remember seeing you
Could be
do that.
fun. Play with that. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, I like that.
And then I
It's
was
not where I was going with mine, but I like yours.
no, you wanted it for another purpose. You were going to put the probably thinner lines, weren't you? And you were going to
Thinner
not have
lines
it
and
distorted,
yeah,
and you're going to put other ones on top, and you're
yeah.
going to put other things on top as well, other stencils, masks.
I think yes, yes. I had a two-layer stencil idea. So anyway,
Yeah, yeah. So this is the result of trying to cut a stencil to do what I wanted it to do, and I didn't manage it quite. So this is what I ended up with. Because they were too regular. What I did was I made the one very carefully using the line tool and all that kind of stuff. And then I copied the first one I made, did five, copied that line of five to another line of five, copied that to another line of five. So I just end up with 15 on the page. And then I cut them out. And I ended up with just that with all these things inside, you see?
mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the insides of those as well, which is why I've got two different shapes on there on this resultant print. I've got the inner and the outer, that being the outer.
Positive and negative.
Yeah, negative and positive, yeah.
Yep.
Well, the two sections of the shape, whatever. Anyway, so that's what I got. And I was really pleased with that because the first print of this was the Swirly Circles, which I put somewhere in there. These little nesty things.
Uh-huh.
Like
I like those.
like P&M's nests. In fact, they were done because I saw those and I wanted them so badly. So I went and squiggled on doing it by hand with a pen on my tablet, and then I ended up with lovely circle shapes. And I did it with those first, and it didn't. I did it with Nicolazo Gold and transparent iron oxide, and the two are quite close together, those two colours, so it didn't give a hugely impactful stencil. You can just see the swirls underneath, but what I did was I went over it with those other shapes like that, with using the bronze to lift it. So I just scattered this over the top and put the bronze on top of that, lifted these off again, put the tissue down and pulled it. I left the tissue for a while we were braying and playing with something else, so that it had time to cure. And that was the result. I was quite pleased with that, because if you see the traces, if you look closely, of the nesty circles underneath, I call them scrawly circles because I was just scrawly about, but same thing. So there's that. And of course, what I was trying to do when I was half asleep that evening and ended up with those shapes, I was trying to do this. Let's remove some of these things. They're getting a bit cluttered. So that's what I was trying to do, and I should have just done that. And it's to imitate some paper, again, that Foil got. I don't know where she got it. I'll have to find the video it was in and have another look. And I've no idea where she got it from, and it's probably all from America or New Zealand or Australia or somewhere I can't get things from because of the huge shipping. So I did this, and I'm thinking if I can just stencil paint over the top, or I can use it on the gel plate like I would normally. And of course I can reduce the size down a bit so that it fits better on an 8x10, but you can get some of them on the 8x10 like that. So that's good. And let's get rid of these for now. Put them up out the way. And I want to have a play with some of these other stencils like this. I mean, I've had a little play with them, but I'd like to do a bit more with portcullis. I love portcullis. I don't know why, I just do. It's such fun. And there's one of the other shapes, because there were 3 stencils. There was this one and another one with it, which I don't know whether I've got that. Oh, there it is. There it is. There's the other one. These don't you hate it when they get sort of really close to each other and don't want to leave? So we've got this one, which is sort of the blobs and lines, and we've got this one, blobs and lines and twiggles. I don't know what they call them. I think it's all part of the portcullis thing, because it's quite an old design. I just went, ooh, when I saw it. And of course I made this with the thick string, this one, which is the first one. And I just added some points to the alternate ones there. And this one I went mad and added points to, absolutely. All of them. So I've got points all the way along that line. And I used the thinner string. By that I mean I took this string and just thinned it out, you know, unwound it and thinned it out to get the thinner. So I want to have a go with that. And I've got this, which is going to be the next colour in my swatch book. Yeah. So it would be nice to use some of these for that, I think. Make prints for it. So that's my plan. That's my plan. So let us begin.
Let us begin.
I've also got the innards from these down here, which are really difficult to cope with, I find. Because I try to attach them together with string like the others. And I managed it, but they're really difficult. So I must have a go with that. I had to use quite a lot of glue in some cases. So we'll see what happens with those. Maybe using it a few times with the acrylic paint will stiffen it up a bit.
Yeah, they look a bit flippy floppy.
Oh, they are very flippy floppy. I must take that away because I'm quite pleased with that. I'm not so sure about the brown, but I could do another couple of layers there. And then these are the Seth Apter sprays, the new ones. That's rusty saffron. That is the silver one. That's morning mist. That's the bronze, and that's spring green, I think. So I was quite happy with those. They're rather lovely. So I don't want to brayer on top of that. I just want to improve the brown a bit. Let's improve the brown a bit. Right, got that ready. Got that ready. I'll remove the clear tar gel, which I want to play with. Oh, and this permanent maroon, I must have a go with that. I'll move my GAC 100, which is going to make me acrylic paints. Magical stuff. So what colour shall we start with? I think I want to have a go with some of these oranges, actually. So I think I'd like to have a go with the other cheddar. Just to see what it is like. Let's have a go with other cheddar. There we are. Breaking it in. Virgin paint.
Yeah, I thought you were going to start out with making paint using the GAC.
No, I want to get on and do some of this right now. I've been making paint, more relaxed kind of thing. I just want some pages for the
Swatch book.
Yeah, just for the swatch book. So it's not going to be all yellow. I must remember that, but I haven't used it yet, so I want to have a go. This is definitely not going to be particularly straight. Right, I've got some big pages. Like that. Just used to press it down. I don't want to lift absolutely everything off. I want to be quite quick. With these. It's rather a nice, it's a bright yellow really, like a cadmium yellow. What colour looks there. Now I want to dry that a little, and then I want to use I'm thinking about the transparent red iron oxide, which is hiding behind that one. There we are. Because I think that would go quite well with it. But I've got to dry it first. It's not going to just leap off the page without drying first. So, in order to do that, let's be clever and get another plate out. So we'll shift this away. And I'll leave that there, because I can always have another go with that. It's looking quite a good, if you look at it, it's got quite a good impression on there.
Yes, it does.
The impression is nice. So I think that's going to come out quite well if we're patient with it. Take the other top sheet off. Lovely clean one. I actually remember to clean it. So I want to use some pewter. I like the pewter. It's got a lovely colour. Oh, I'm going to get a nice goober off that if I keep going.
You keep this up, Ian's going to have to turn the outhouse, the garden house, into a lab for you.
Yeah. Well, he's going to have to get the barbecue out of there so I can get in there. Because at the moment it is full of barbecue. I'm going to use this again because I do like the shape. And I'm going to use it the same way down. Well, did I have the other one around? Because there were two, obviously. Oh, I know what I could do. Could definitely use that. I haven't used that one yet. That would be interesting. Good-o. Right, we want some tissue this time. I want white tissue. Or do I want black? Yeah, I think I want black because that works well with the pewter, doesn't it?
No, black.
That piece. Try not to get the damp yellow on my clothes. And push down. So the trouble with the black, you've got to use another sheet on top if you want to press down. Otherwise, you just end up with the paint all over yourself. There we go. Yeah, I think that's going to come off nicely. Let's pull it off this way.
Very nice.
That one. I'm going to put that up there. That one. See, I've even got a trace of the yellow on here now, which is rather nice, actually. So, I need to... Luckily, I've got a fair amount of the plate there, and I can put nice hefty paints on there and pull this right up. And then we can try and dry stuff. I seem to be doing a lot of, let's put some paint on, now we've got to wait. Sorry about that. But yeah, I like that yellow tinge there. I like that. In fact, I might put this down and just get it all on there. I think that would be a better idea.
Doing registration with tissue paper, that's pretty cool.
Well, if it works, it might not.
Yeah, it can't be easy working with tissue paper to do that.
Oh, yes, that's not bad. I'm going to take this one off now and leave that bottom piece to dry. That is not bad. Oh, let me stop fiddling it about. You can't see much of the yellow coming through, but it's nice. I think if I was to do another yellow print with that stringed together stencil, I would then lay the stencil on there to repeat the print. You know what I mean? I think that might work.
On the paper itself, then you mean?
Off the stencil itself, like a flop off, do they call it?
Yeah.
Is that what people calls it? A flop off?
Okay.
Yeah, one of those. So I've still got some of that print there. Not a lot, but that might come out quite nice with a purple, something like that. Especially if I put it onto white tissue. I think that might work quite well. Or I can use the iridescent blue-black and put it on a black tissue again, because that would work quite well. What do you think?
Blue-black. I want to see that one because I almost ordered it. So I'd love to see how it turns out.
Right, well, I've got to leave that to dry for a bit. So we'll bring back that other sheet and see what's happening with that. This is looking quite vibrant now. I'm going to put this on white tissue, this one. So what am I going to do with this? I think I might do the transparent red iron oxide if it's dry enough. Oh, it is. It's lovely. Yes. I mean, I can drag my fingers across. Look at that. Feels so smooth when you do that. And you know it's done then. Of course, if you do that and it isn't dry, and you just get a smeary mess.
Yep, you've messed it up. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. I hope not.
Okay.
Remove those hefty little pots. I do love the feel of the wet strength tissue. It does feel good. Running out of places to put plates, but never mind, we'll cope. Right, and I want to do something with purples. I like purples, I can't help myself. So I think I'm going to put purples down. And I'm thinking of using the pewter with it, or possibly silver, or perhaps gold.
And
That's messy.
There is a group for acrylic skins.
Is there?
Yeah, that I'm in. I should send you the link, but I mean, you look at so much already. I just figured it'd be another.
Yeah, I'm trying to cut down on what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
I just left a group the other day because I don't post in here much. I'm not wild about what they're posting, so reduce it. Now then, let's do something with this biggie. I just want a little bit of that one because I'm greedy. I want to get everything else on here as well. Right.
Is that the thicker string or the thinner? That's the thicker string.
Thinner. No, it's the thinner.
Okay.
Right, we'll pop that away and have a look at the other one, which is nicely dry now. This has got such a faint pewter bit left on it. Now I wanted to do, what was I going to do with this one? I want something light, not too strong. How about, I think I'm going to use you, Entrancing You. Come along, Violet, come and play. It's a nice colour, but you need a fair bit because otherwise it does go quite pale because it's quite translucent. But it's also got the iridescence in it.
Of course I do.
Yes, of course you do. Naturally. Everybody wants to play with Enchanting Violet.
Not everybody.
Not the camera, sorry, in a hurry, can't help it. Man, I want to pull that other one while that's sitting. I'm not touching that. Let's have a look at the other side though, just to see what we might get. It's going to be quite pale. I did have that permanent maroon. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. It's the colours that do it. And I've got that print there. There we go.
Oh, yes.
So we've got the lines here from the solid stencil. And we've got the jiggly wiggly one from this over here. So this is the more solid stencil. I can't remember where I put it. Somewhere or other. Trouble is I put it down to dry and now is it dry and stuck to something? I'm doing a P, aren't I? If you see what I mean. I'm doing a Patricia.
Yes, I got that.
Yeah. Just in case somebody new joined and didn't understand.
We will be editing.
Well, there we are. Anyway, I've got some lovely definition in here. Really rather nice. I
do
like those
that.
colours together. That was the other cheddar, otherwise known as Amsterdam Expert Acrylic Transparent Orange 218. Plus transparent red iron oxide on the top for the last pull. So that's that. If this works, this is going to be rather good. I think.
If it doesn't work,
it's not going to be quite so good.
We say
Well, I've got something, but I think I'm leaving something behind as well.
Well, as long as it's not too much. Well, there's some contrast there.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Not bad at all. I like having the combination of the two. Pretty neato. I like that. I like the randomness of the strung together cutouts from this. I really do. I think that works so well. I'm happy with that. Now we can get some more off this.
Yes, there's a go there.
There's not lots, but it will create a background to something else if we go light. So if we do something like either the yellow, and I'd need to put something else down. So I think I would like to put that down there. And maybe a bit of that over there. Just a little bit, just near the edge, like that. But, oh, don't do that. That would mean black tissue to show up. I thinky poo. I'm going to have to make some more of this. I'm getting a bit low on it. I think I'd call that pale primrose yellow.
You think?
It is very pale. Oh, I think it is. Right, and I'm going to put this down this side. There. And this over here. Like, it is stiffening up a bit, you know, more that I'm putting this down. I want to be too long, so I'll just pop this at this end, I think. Right. Need black, need black. Let me use this old sheet here that's a bit torn to pick it up with my roughy sheety thing. My pressy downy sheety thing. Right, let's see what we've got. Let us see what we've got. First, we will pull that up, get that out of the way, and then we'll pull that up, get that out of the way, and then we'll put this back down again, and we'll pull this end up and get this one out of the way. That's the thing about putting things on partially on the plate. You've got time to fiddle about. Like that. Pop this back on and press it down again. I'm going to leave this one to cure again. Look at that, the print was coming through there. Right, we're going to leave that one to cure as well. See what we've got behind us. Sitting there in purple. Let's see. It's very light. It could be dodgy. I'm going to leave that a bit longer.
Really?
Yeah, it's pulling up something there. I don't want it to pull it. I wanted to pull it up more. So let's go back to this one, which we haven't done anything more with. that's Entrancing Violet. We've got to give Violet time to entrance everybody. If she's gonna. Now, how about that permanent maroon? I haven't tried that yet. So, what are we going to do with this? Just, as I say, I'm going to use this permanent maroon just to play with it. And I think I might like to have a go with these after I went to so much trouble making the silly things. Would be nice. I've got a feeling this is going to be really quite dark. Well, we'll soon find out. Now, pop this on. Get a white wet strength tissue. Pull these off. You can always use these for something.
Rubber ducky, rubber dub dub.
Yep. This is a let's speed it up bit, isn't it?
Yep.
So there we go. I mean, you get quite a nice print just on the white like that. So that can be useful, very useful. Pull that up. And oh, isn't that lovely?
Yeah, it's nice.
And we've got really rather nice, clear lines there. So that is going to dry. I ain't touching that one. It's going to dry.
Okay.
So maybe we should have a look at Enchanting Violet now. Giving it a bit longer, haven't we? I think this is what they call, it'll make a good background. But there is a trace of things in here, you know, we've got a little bit of the, and we've got some of the, but not a lot. So that's something that I would like to do something else on top of.
It's more like a pull sheet or a starter page.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it is the second go, but I added the Enchanting Violet to give it a bit more, and it didn't give it a lot more. Maybe it would have shown up better on the black paper. So we've now got this with not a lot left on it, just a bit of smeary Enchanting Violet. Here we go. So what am I going to put on this one? What shall we pick? I'll tell you what I haven't done much of. It's that iridescent green yellow. Could be interesting. I think I'm going to cut this a bit more though, because yeah, I think I'm going to cut it more. There we go. Toss. Now, that's not a bad idea, actually, doing it like that.
Nope. The way you laid them out to begin with really made a difference.
Is it? That way. I can get a bit more of this one on. Or sort of one at one edge and one at the other, like that. Like that. Leaving some empty space.
Okie
Because
dokie.
empty space is supposed to be decent. It's supposed to be not decent. What was the word? Helpful artistically. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, let's have a go with that.
Okay.
It's probably come up while I'm trying to get the colour on. Give it a go. Now then, black. Do you think black? I think maybe black.
I think black would really set that off.
Well, hopefully. I've got two sheets here. They're trying to separate them out. It's never easy. So, down we go, me babies. Get my big sheet again. Right. Right. Sounds like water cascading. I'm going to have to take this one off. I've just torn the tissue.
Oh.
That's all right. It's not a total disaster. It's not too bad. Not too bad at all. It's interesting. I pulled out some of that lilac as well, violet. Lovely, lovely.
Interesting.
Figure out which is the right way around. Right, well, we'll leave that lot. Let's have a look at the back and see what we might get. Bit random, but there's some tomatoey shapes in there. But we'll see. Definitely want to have a go at this one now. It should be nice and dry. What am I going to put on that? I mean, let's see. It's about what you can see. Naples yellow hue. That's a nice one. That might work rather well.
That looks good. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a Pabeo one. Woo! Don't do that, silly thing. Stay. That's a good paint tube. Yeah. On black?
Oh, that would be interesting.
Yeah, I think I'll do it on black. It comes right through.
Yes, it does.
I've got a nice print there. Well, I did that quite a bit with a pale blue and got a lovely pale blue background. So pop that down. I want to pull this one. I doubt if it will work, but I want to pull it. It's looking lovely at the other side.
It worked. Look at that.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I like how the black showing through helps that as well. That is lovely.
Very nice. I like that.
That's a good one. And on the black paper was a good choice because if I put it on the white, it would not have shown through so well. So I'm glad I put white on, black on that Naples yellow hue as well, because I reckon it's not that this is the pale lemon yellow that I
Yeah.
mixed from the Galeria.
Yeah.
And that, the one I've just put away, is the Naples yellow hue. And it's in the same area of lightness. So I think doing it on the black tissue is a good choice.
I think it really makes it come out. Yeah. You
It
don't
does,
lose
does
it.
it? I
You
think
don't
it's a
lose it in
little
the
edgy.
light. You get to see it
Yeah,
very clearly.
yeah, yeah.
Nice.
That's working well. I'm getting more and more into using the black tissue now, aren't I? I do seem to choose it a bit more often. This is one that I think is going to be a bit iffy. It's the one with the blue-black, iridescent blue-black on the tomato print.
Well, and this is a new.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
The blue black is a new tube too, isn't it?
No.
Oh.
But yes, you've got quite a nice tracing of that tomato print there, and a bit of this one here too. So that's not too shabby at all. I like that. I don't know what I'd call that. A blue-black? Probably. Nice colour. I tell you what I would like to do, and that's do some more stuff. Put a colour down, let it dry, and then use, I don't know, use that, use this, the stencil I mean, to create some nice, interesting things to pull, to use as collage, because that's what I don't often do. I start by thinking I want collage fodder, I've got to do it in this range of colours, I'll do that. And it never turns out the way I had envisioned something to use. So let's see if we can do that.
Okay.
So if you want to do greens, okay, so it's got to be greens with something else. And I like how nice and strong that permanent maroon is. So I reckon do some greens on here. Maybe the golden blue-green, not blue-green, green-gold. Gold and green-gold, where are you hiding? It'll be around
Now,
here somewhere.
are all your available plates pulled right now? You don't have anything left to pull over there?
I have one left to pull, but it's the one with the with this, and I want to give it enough time to cure.
Yeah, exactly.
So in the meantime, I want to do this. So I was looking for the paint I wanted. So, well, if we can't find the green gold, let's just go with something else. We've got other greens here. We've got cadmium green hue. We've got greenish yellow. Sorry, yellowish green. Who cares? Same thing. Yellowish green. I think that would probably work quite well. Or leaf green. I think the other one's better. So let's do that. We'll put a layer of that down and then pull with the stencil the marks up, and then we'll put maroon on top. There we are. Let's do some deliberate things to try and get what we actually want. That would be indifferent, wouldn't it? Instead of just racing ahead and going, oh, I'm going to put it down, I'm going to put it down, I'm going to put it down. That's what I normally do. There we are. I got double off that. That's good. Get that off. That's good. Right, that's got to ripen so that I can put the maroon on the top. Right, let's get the other empty plate. Well, it's not completely empty. It's got some this on. So we'll do some greens. We'll do some bluey greens because turquoise blue, I think, and a similar idea, but I'll use those other things in the pot. Right, the other things in the pot. This pot. I'm going to have a go with some of those new stencils from P&M as well. I might put one around the border. If you don't do it in an ordered fashion, you get something quite interesting.
Yep, Bloopy Loops and the Dragonfly set. I love those Bloopy Loops. I love the way they went.
This one is eating another stencil. That's better. Trying to eat a stencil, dearie me. I think I might put some of these down as well, actually.
Now that's interesting. Oh, nice.
Some more of these.
I like laying them out and connecting them like that. It gives it, I like that. Overlap.
Putting them in a pot is not the best idea. They're just making love, these two. They just let go. The stencils are breeding.
They're breeding.
Terrible breeding stencils. Want some more of these wispy things.
Not me saying that.
I know. I have that kind of mind. There we go. I think that's enough. That's fairly well scattered over. Page of white. Right, got to lift that one up.
Look at that.
I'm going to lay this back down over this way. And pull this side up and get the rest of them. I'm very lucky. That's got to sit for a bit now. Okay, we'll give it a go. It's looking feasible from one tiny little bit of the corner. And then I've got to put the maroon on that other one. Oh dear. Do not smear your finger over when first testing if it's dry, because if it isn't, it's too late.
Oh.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Where
did that permanent violet? Oh.
That's not bad at all, is it? That's interesting.
I like that.
Interesting.
You have 3 colors down there.
It certainly looks that way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because you've got the streaks from the folds of the paper when I was using the transparent red iron oxide on the previous stuff. You've got a bit of the black paper showing through where some of the paint didn't come off. So it's faint, but there. And then you've got the permanent maroon showing here, and the permanent maroon in the grooves. So it's quite complex, really, that print.
I like that.
It might be interesting to put some of this blue down and put some permanent maroon with that. What do you think?
Ooh.
Some of that?
Ooh,
And some permanent maroon with it?
That's
Could be fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that stencil helps. I like that stencil.
Yeah, I like it. It turned out pretty good. I mean, it actually turned out the way I had planned in the end. But then I got a second stencil out of the one that didn't turn out how I planned.
But you know what? Those colors, if you could mimic that with your trilobites.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I've got them ready to go.
Yeah.
Huh?
Permanent maroon stencil pull the stencil, and then yellow. Well, dry it.
Yep. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
One of those. Yeah. I hope it doesn't happen with
that with paint, because they come from different warehouses, I guess.
Mm. Right, so let's look at this. And on black paper again, because I think that's going to work beautifully. Yeah.
Move it.
I am moving it as fast as I can. Dang.
You do that every time.
Yeah, I can't help it.
And you're going to have to let that one set too, like the other one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I'm using maroon. We are marooning some prints. Read that. See what it looks like on the back, because we may never see it.
Oh.
Interesting. Could be good if it comes out. If it comes out. Dried enough.
Yeah, touch, don't rub.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good enough. Right, permanent maroon. Going to do something weird to the... this will have to go on white paper. It's going to do something weird to the green, though, with putting the maroon behind it. I'll turn it to brown, I expect. We'll see. See what happens. What was that? I thought I saw something. At the corner of my eye. I think it might have been a husband. Odd creatures, husbands. Now then, I want... But I did use the sheets of my not well-aligned poetry, so I've been spraying off on that and printing off on that even. Not too bad if it works.
Not too bad. Looks like kiwis.
Oh, does it? Oh, okay. Weird. Now there's a blue one. Blue one. Here's the blue one. Oh, I like this. into, ooh, resting. Ah,
Oh,
yeah. Ooh, yeah.
that's got an underwater feel about it.
Does a bit, doesn't it? Even where it sort of pulled, got some more of that lilac come through. Enchanting Violet, rather. Not bad at all. It's certainly different anyway, isn't it? I mean, you've
Yeah.
got remnants of something here. And then we've got all those patterns from the circles. I'm quite pleased with those. Yeah. And there's a bit of shimmer from this. What was that? I think that might have been the blue black, or it might be the Enchanting Violet. I think it's the Enchanting Violet, isn't it? Just there
Yeah, I
and
think
there.
so. What's left on there? I don't think that was the blue black plate.
No, I think there is some blue black though. There's some blue black there.
Really?
I can see the bluishness of it, but that's definitely the violet. It's a different look. Interesting. Interesting. Could do a little bit of something on there. What I was thinking was put this underneath that way round so that I can see it through, and put they will see what happens.
Yeah, maybe a stringy one would look better in that spot.
Yep. Okay. Now
Whatever.
then, what was I going to do?
Now you want to put.
Gold. Bronze. Bronze. That's what it was. Bronze. Couldn't remember what I was going to do.
I don't know. You changed it because I thought you were going to put the. Yeah.
I know. I'm sorry.
So now I'm just seeing where you're going.
Right. Oh, yes, I am touching it some more. That one actually came up. Drat. Well, that's not going to work, but let's see what we do get. So, let's have a look at the bottom, see what we're going to put on it. Oh, it's that I'm going to put on it. That's what I was planning. I was going to look at the bottom and find out what I was going to put on it. This probably will not work. I'm quite happy with that, actually. I'm just going to take a little bit more off that. And then I'm just going to pull it and put another one down.
Amazing, lovely, happy coincidences.
There we go. So I got a decentish print off that and preserved some of the green. Not a lot, but some.
That's nice.
So now we take this up. So that's got to dry no matter what I'm going to do.
Yep.
Well, we've got something here.
I like it. Good pull.
Just got to get to that before
I think that'll work well on a collage.
I think so. Well, that was the idea, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So
I
that you
really
can sort of pull one of those out. Use some water and just paint it on and pull just one of those out.
yep.
The idea. Yeah, that's going to work quite well as long as we don't have too many of these sticking underneath. Beastly things. Right, that's that. Now, I've got an empty plate down here with not much on it. A little bit there. Nothing to worry about. And I've got this, which I still haven't pulled yet, and I don't know when I will. I'm going to pull this now. I don't know if it's really ready, but I'm going to pull it now.
Okay. Patience.
It's not bad at all, really, is it?
No, it isn't. I like it. I love that you fussy cut them out.
Yeah, that helps a lot, doesn't it? Yeah. You can just imagine they were all swimming around and then something happened and they got buried. What have we got on here? We've got a little bit left, you
Yeah,
say?
you got a ghost pull there. I'm just loving
Maybe.
that. I'm really loving that.
But we'll try it with that because I liked that. Okay, blotting paper. This is made in PRC. I wonder what PRC is. For flower pressing, it says highly absorbent, reusable. Isn't it just blotting paper as blotting paper for blotting?
Yeah,
Anyway.
that doesn't sound as fun. It's a marketing thing.
I know. I know. Well, I'm going to put the maroon over the top again. I'm going to put green gold down, lift it through this, then put the maroon down. So we might get the reverse. I suppose I can register it again. Yeah, I don't suppose I can, but I can use the other side and wait for that to dry and put the maroon on top. Gonna get some bubbling. That should be interesting.
Yeah, right.
And then there's this one that we need to do something with. What am I going to do with this? Yep, let's give it a go and see what happens. I think that might work.
White paper.
White tissue?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I know we usually do tissue with the stencils, the fine stencils, but I think tissue would be good. White tissue, the wet. Yeah. And you're gonna have to leave it.
Mm-hmm. So what have I got left? This one? Yeah, that way around. Now then. That is lovely, isn't it? Look at the colour of that. Lovely.
I didn't know they had done these Celtic ones. These are.
I like Celtic things. I'm Welsh, see.
Too. And then the little ones. Can't get them all on there. You need the bigger plate.
Stop it. You're right, though. I mean, I've got bigger plates right here. I didn't want to do that just about. I'm thinking if I put that there, so I'm only using the bit that I've actually bothered to thingy.
Yeah.
Then I can get this one.
Well, actually, you already have half on there, so you really don't need the other half if you don't want it. If you have to get.
That is good.
If you have to eliminate something, you can eliminate that other half. Yeah, that gives you more room to move those up. There you go.
There we go. Yeah, so we won't use that one. Very,
Okay.
very well done. There's me trying desperately to use everything.
Put that other half at a more better angle. Put that other half over there. Do something with it. It's not quite right. There you go.
That'll do. That'll do. I'm not fussing anymore.
That'll do.
You is too fussy.
No. I've got one more thought. You have the top Celtic design has a missing piece. If you could get that as much off the plate as there you go. See? Not that I see it, but let it go off there. Let that be the piece that, and then nobody's eyes will go to it, hopefully, when it becomes fodder, because it will become fodder.
Yep. Right.
All right.
I'm going to use some permanent maroon because I think this is going to look excellent with permanent maroon.
Yeah, I agree. And then, what do you think? Bronze over that?
We'll see how it comes out.
Bronze or deep gold?
Or the Naples yellow hue. Does look rather good with that.
Yeah, it does.
So we'll see. Oh, that's funny. That's so funny. Where I didn't pick out the thing is still showing where the lines are, and I'm still getting an impression there. I didn't pick out the loose bit. Oh, man, that's good. That is good. So I'll leave that dry so that we can then get the yellow on top. It's going to be lovely, isn't it?
I think really so, yeah.
Lovely. I don't often go in for precise designs like that, but it's Celtic, so I ought
Celtic. To. Oh, wow.
I just want a little banner that says Cymru Ambith.
The bottom part, the very bottom part of the plate is off the screen, but
Right, put that away to dry.
there you go. Now you got them on there.
I'd like another one to go here, please.
Well, yeah, that's
Maria, I'm missing some. Cheek, innit?
well, what you could do now, just think about this. What you could do is put the two halves together and you've got a larger one.
No, I don't want a larger one. No, I think that's fine.
Okay.
I like having some negative space, but I'd like a bit of that there. I'd quite like to do something like that and of the other piece there, you know. But as I haven't, I won't. Have to use the A3 paper for this. Now I'm going to do this the other way around. See what happens. It's quite a big plate, so we need a fair bit.
Oh, that's different. That's definitely. You're gonna have to pull that. No registration. You're not gonna get it. I know you're not.
No, I don't think so. No.
No, you're gonna have to pull that. Let it dry.
Interesting.
Isn't that nice?
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah, subtle. Let that dry and that is nice. You just don't want all that in there, and I like it.
I just want to make it a bit more pea-ish. The first one, I mean, the next ones can be all scrubby and, you know, my sort of thing. But this is the first one, so let's have a nice, decent pool, you know.
You need some Q-tips to get in the little tiny place.
I'm going to have to leave that one, you know.
Yep, it has to dry.
No. I mean, it's not going to hurt it picking it up, is it? Especially if I pick it up by this edge. Yeah, let's go with that because we've already used that. We've already used that on the other paper, on the other big sheet.
Right.
Big plate is what I'm trying to say. I can't speak. My brain cells aren't talking to each other. In fact, I've only got one left. You
Yeah.
want to see? You want to see?
Yeah.
You want to see?
Come on, friend. Goodies. Oh, wow.
It's
Talk
gonna
about
look.
Celtic gold. That is beautiful.
Yeah,
Placement
that
is
is gonna look.
placement is terrific. That is beautiful. Oh
Not
my
bad,
gosh.
is it?
We yeah, oh my gosh. That is
You know. So we've still got this, which is the fuzzy twilobites. So let's pull fuzzy twilobites.
there you go. Nice pull. Where'd they go? Where'd they go? What?
I thought it was a little bit on the dark side, but I'd need to mix that with something. It's
Oh,
cleaned off the older bits, though, isn't it?
yeah, but where'd they go?
Well, they're in there. They're just not easy to see anymore.
Nope, we lost them with the dark.
Well, they're there. It's just because that green gold is transparent. Yeah, it's sort of greened out.
Yep.
It would have been better if I'd used that instead of the green gold for the trilobites, and then used the hooker's green on top. Was it hooker's green I used? No, it wasn't. It was the no, it was this one. It was phthalo green blue shade.
Okay.
That one.
Yeah, because
But
it
it's
kind
not
of
as light as that. That is much lighter than that.
yeah.
I may need to mix that up with some iridescent medium, I think. Mix it up with iridescent medium. That would lighten it and thin it out a bit as well, wouldn't it?
I mean, it's
But
not
it's
a
not.
horrible. There's some fodder there, but it
Oh,
just it
yeah,
really lost the true definition of the trilobites.
it did, yeah.
Yeah.
Poor little trolleys. Poor little trolleys. You poor little things.
Yeah.
But it's a nice print. It feels nice as well. I've got quite a lot of interesting ripple effect just in the green. But I need to mix that up with some with some lighter and possibly a little bit of white. But I would try the iridescent medium first on its own. See what happens. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to set it down that way down because the corners are peeling up. And I reckon that will keep it pressed down level. Give it more chance to pull up the corners.
Okay.
Okay. So I think that's it for today. And look at that glorious pull we might end up with.
Fingers crossed.
Maybe. And the other one over there, ditto. I will do the other one with permanent maroon and we'll see what happens because that's using that one, the bigger one. So we'll see what happens with those. But that's it for today. Okie dokie. Let's bring Violet back into the picture. Say hello, Violet, or rather say bye-bye, Violet.
Bye-bye, Violet.
Bye-bye, Violet. Bye-bye, everybody else. Bye-bye.